welcome everyone to our monthly meeting at MK Real Estate Company. I know that we're all feeling the pressure of, a poor real estate market, a tough economy, and at our last meeting we had discussed ways that we could drum up some additional business. So in today's meeting, I think that we've come up with some proposals that we can discuss on how to bring more business into MK Real Estate Company. One of the areas that I think we can look into is we need to search at our untapped markets. There's we have the baby boomers are moving into the retirement communities, but we have a whole group of young professionals, young families who are college educated, but they can't necessarily afford to buy traditional homes, or the homes that are for sale are those by the baby boomer communities that are so high priced that they really can't afford these starting communities. In Kiplinger's Personal Finance, the median home price in the United States in 2011 was $171,250. With that price, I can see why, a young person in an entry-level position or a young family can't afford to buy a home. So, my proposal today is that MK Real Estate Company should invest its resources in the construction of a young adult living community. We'll also call it a starter community, as opposed to the 55 plus and older retirement communities. So our agenda today is, first we're going to discuss the problem that's currently facing MK Real Estate Company. We're going to discuss these problems and the causes that are making these problems. And then we're going to discuss the business proposal that I've set forth today, and most specifically, who is our demographic in this living community, and why is this proposal a good idea, and then we're going to see what our drive in to bring people to live in our community will be, which is the amenities we'd like to offer. So some of the problems facing the real estate market in total today is there are rising home prices that have led to a decrease in home ownership. That's because the value of homes has gone up, the value of land has gone up, but unfortunately there's been high unemployment and a dwindling economy. There's been reports that the economy is in recovery, but not everyone has $200,000 to lay out for a home, and mortgage rates are still high. Another big problem facing the real estate community today is that young adults after college are choosing to move back home with their parents instead of embarking on traditional home ownership, which is a very direct change from what prior generations had made. And this is coming directly from the Daily Record. Not only is this a direct change from prior generations, it has more implications than just the real estate market. It's affecting the structure of young families. You're having multi-generational families. You're having the grandparents raise the young children because the parents can't afford for daycare, and maybe young kids who are coming home from college are maybe not marrying and moving out right away, and they're prolonging their adolescence. So what are some of the causes of these problems? So our general region is the New Jersey climate. So in New Jersey in 2010, the median income was $69,811, and this is coming from the 2010 U.S. Census. However, the median home price in New Jersey is 5 times the income of the average young adult. So if our average young adult is making about $70,000, their median home price for them to purchase is approximately $350,000, which really is not attainable for this demographic. This is coming from the Journal of the American Planning Association. So, we touched before how young people are moving back in with their families, and that's causing a big problem. So just to really show you this gap here, this purple line is the percentage of young adults that are living with their parents, and this line is the percentage of young adults that have home ownership. And you can see right here is this big disparity, and this is the market that we would like to bring. One of the other big causes today is that young adults who do choose to move out on their own are making the decision to rent and not to buy. As real estate agents, we know that renting is a dirty word. We do not make commission off of those who rent. So we really need to find ways to get these people to buy products, and we're going to have to do it in a different way than the traditional large commission home ownership prices. So the solution I'd like to set forth, which the proposal for today's meeting, is that MK Real Estate Company should construct a living community for young, educated adults and young families, and we'd like to base it off on the success of the 55 plus active adult communities. We can throw out an idea that was maybe thrown out is having an age cap such as 35 and under, and that could be something that we discuss whether we think that's appropriate to have that sort of age cap. So, who is our demographic? Coming from the U.S. Census again, we're going to focus on the New Jersey climate for now. The New Jersey population in 2010 was approximately 8.8 million people. 42% of this population was between the ages of 1965, so some over that 35 plus group, but we can discuss if we'd like to bring them in as well. I think all of us feel a little left out of those 55 plus communities. They're very nice. We'd all like to feel included. Most importantly, of this New Jersey population, of people over 25 years of age, 34.6% have a bachelor's degree or higher. So this is the young, educated community that we would like to hit, as we believe they will be affluent and would be interested in this sort of living community. And also would have the means to maybe not afford one of the traditional 300,000 plus houses, but maybe 120,000 plus unit, and they would have the means to afford that. So, why is this a good idea? Why are we here today? I believe that our patrons will be buying more than a home. They will be buying into a lifestyle. Many of these young adults are coming a few years off of college where there was community living. Many lived in college towns, and they really had that sense of fun and enjoyment. And they get all the benefits of the community living, but the lower cost of the traditional home ownership. It really is the perfect step between living at home with their parents or moving home from college, having a house in the suburbs and kids on your own, and then that starter community in the middle to meld your way into it. And one of the other reason this is a good idea, and the draw that we would like to use, is the amenities that we'd like to focus specifically on the needs of these young, educated single adults and these young families. And I believe that's the draw that's going to make these people really want to buy into our community and be a part of this lifestyle with us. So I can see that there's a lot of head nodding, and I see that everyone's really getting on board with the idea. So I'd like to open this up to the group. What sorts of amenities do you think would bring people into our community and drum up business for MK Real Estate Company? Yes, Twisha.
Gyms. Gym, yeah, community gym.
Playgrounds. Yes, for the young families, they want the kids to be able to socialize, and it's also a great way for them to meet other young couples as well.
Pool?
Cool, yeah. I know when I used to visit my grandparents in the 55 plus adult community, I really liked that they had a restaurant on site that they offered. For her there was an early bird special dinner, but maybe for some of these young adults, a restaurant open, maybe not every day, but certain days of the week could be a big draw to those who don't want to cook after a long day of work and want something a little better than takeout. So I'm going to put that up here too, an on-site restaurant. Yes.
A lot of the real estate that I see these days, like apartment buildings or communities where you have people living, they have like a little community of their own. So if you have businesses like on-site restaurants, I've seen ones where there are salons, spas, things that are built into the community.
To make it a full circle community, to make it really inclusive. So I think these are some really great ideas to get started, and I think these types of amenities and more that we can discuss is what will bring people into not only, it would be more than just a place to live and a home, it would be a lifestyle that they would enjoy coming back to. So, in conclusion, our competitors right now have been focusing on this community, the 55 and plus. And you know what? They look really happy, and that's great, but there's only so much room in the market for them. So I think that we need to make the new reality at MK Real Estate Company this happy young couple here, and young couples like this, who will bring in the new generation and help build MK Real Estate Company back up again.